Peace, peace. Bargani, Islam, Salam, Hetepu, Rahubat, Gino Lakoni Nani, Chief Noble Bandele in the building. Once again, tonight we got another amazing and deep thinking Moorish TikTok videos. So we going to get into it. So before we get into any of that tonight, though, please subscribe. Most of y'all watch it, but don't subscribe. We need you to subscribe. We need you to like this video. I need all the likes I can get. And if you like to donate, you can always go to the links that are in the description, all right? So tonight we about to get into these Moorish, what these Moors talking about. You know, I'm a Moor and, you know, I keep it real. So we're going to look at what these Moors is talking about tonight, once again. So let's get into this first video.
Listen, you have nationals, you have naturalized citizens, then you have aliens, then you have corporations. Okay, the Europeans are naturalized citizens. They are not nationals. We are the nationals because we are indigenous to the land. We are the nationals because we have nationality. This is our nation. You understand? It's just that simple. Okay. So the Europeans are naturalized. That's why they had to get permission to be a nation. How did they get permission? The Peace of Friendship Treaty. Why did they need friendship? Because they needed us to naturalize them. Naturalization is friendship. If you friend a European, he now has permission to come to your barbecue, don't he? Right? That's a naturalization in government. That's the same concept. With some Europeans, everybody's not in the same.
Yo, my man talking that's talk, right? You know, as a Moor, as a Moor, when we talk about this, you know, this is like some of the main things that we get into as far as nationality is concerned, as far as, you know, who was here first. You know, the Moors were really the ones, the Moorish Americans was really the ones talking about the indigenous people being us here in America first, really, you know, back in the 90s. And you can see that things have progressed. But, you know, that video, you know, he's saying that the so-called Europeans were naturalized. They are not the true people of the land. So y'all put in the comments what y'all think. I know we're going to have these trolls up in here, you know, trying to hate every time somebody talk about Moors and stuff, try to act like we can't say nothing about us being Moors or indigenous to the land. But, you know, whatever. Y'all going to have to live with it. But we're going to keep it going. So let's see what my bad, everybody know Taj. Right? Let's see what Taj got to say about these UCCs. What y'all know about them UCCs? Let's see what he got to say.
Whenever you transact business with these aliens, always write UCC 1-207, 1-103 without prejudice. So you never sign, and what we were talking about earlier, nothing. You don't sign anything with them without preserving your rights.
Hold up, I'm gonna go back to this, but before I get in there, when we talking about the last video, you know, he's talking about the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. Y'all look up the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. You go to our links, go to indigenousmoors.org. You can order the book, Indigenous Treaties, Moorish Treaties. All right, go ahead. Let's get it.
All right, let me back up on this. I assume that's the Internal Revenue Service? All right, so what you want to do, you want to write them written nature of discovery. And first, a writ in the nature of discovery. All right? And you want to list some of these things that you want to ask those foreigners. You want to ask one, send you the document, certified document of the delegation of authority order issued to them from the Congress of the United States Republic, North America. And you're looking forward to that. You're going to ask next one, relative to whoever's signature is on that instrument that they sent to you, proof of that person's nationality, proof of their political allegiance, and of course a DOAO, delegation of authority order. Ask why they sent in the mail this instrument commanding of you money when you have no money. No, when you have no money. And ask them, is their organization foreign or domestic? And ask them to send a copy of the branch of government that issued authority to them and the reference number for the certificate confirmation. Yes. Is your corporation foreign or domestic? Then ask where their registration number can be verified, i.e. their articles of incorporation. You also ask, at what juncture did the Constitution establish them? This is back to DOAO, you're being more specific. And this is actually redundant, but these are different questions of really the same thing. Where did the Constitution establish their branch of government? As you didn't notice it, but you need clarification. I didn't ask you that. What you asking them? This is going to be written, right? And you're going to ask them, what is lawful money? That's a question by itself. Then you're going to give them so many days to respond. How many days would you think would be nice? 30 days? Yes. 10? 10 is nice. That's what they usually do, right? It's fine. Everything.
All right. All right. So, first thing before I get into what he said, when you talking about 1-207, it's now 1-308. So, today, in today's time, things have changed a little bit. But, reservation of rights, this is something that we learned about a long time ago. Y'all know what that is. But he's right about reservation of rights. But one thing about Taj, some of the things he's saying makes sense when you're trying to get somebody to verify who they are. Because a lot of times these entities are not even government entities. They pose as government entities. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. You got to be careful what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's keep it pushing. We getting into this. We always got classic Queen Val. I'm going to play. I played her before. I don't think this is the same clip. This video, if y'all could watch this video in its entirety, it would put you on so much game. And it's such an old video, but it rings so true. So check this out.
Once you get to the part about adjudication, you have to ask the question, do you understand the law that applies to you, that applies to this matter? Because there's two types of jurisdiction, jurisdiction over the matter and jurisdiction over the person. All right? Does the court have both? They must have both in order to proceed. They don't tell you these things, but this is very important. So if the court has gotten to the point of adjudication, all right, which for me, I don't have that problem. But once the court gets to the point of adjudication, then they're ready to start prosecuting. They're ready to find you guilty of something, some kind of way. And the reason for that is because it's a business. And once you enter there and they seize jurisdiction over you, they adjudicate for the sole purpose of getting some money. That's the bottom line. They don't care about you, whether you're innocent or whether you're guilty, none of that. How much money are they going to get out of this? And their little club that they have called the Bar Association, their members have to be fed. So they want to make sure that this one gets fed and that one gets fed. And that's fine because that's their corporate thing. That's the way they make money. And if they're going to make money being deceitful and all that, that's the karmic baggage they've got to carry. But you don't want to be a participant to it. That's all. Okay.
Yo, check. So, Queen Val, like I said, she's been dropping jewels for a long time. This video's old, but she's showing like that most of these legal facilities, what we call courts and stuff, are really just corporations. They're corporate entities. They're not really a lawful court. Okay, they're not based off of constitutional grounds. A lot of these courts come out of Congress, and Congress has the right to, create courts, what they call inferior court, right? So these inferior courts and things of that nature are really corporate corporation courts. They're not really constitutional courts, right? So, you know, just a little something for y'all to get into. But before we get to this next video, I want to hit you with this ad. Like, you know, if you want to get a lot of information on these topics that we talk about with the Moorish TikTok videos, here is your place. So check this out.
Oh, if they just let me see, all they just on me, it's showing me the light. Once they set us free, knowledge is the key, guiding me all right, and that feel right.
All right, so let's get on to this next video. Let's get to this next video. We chopping through them. These are short clips, but short and powerful. Short and powerful. Let's get to it.
Now, just to backtrack for a minute, I talked about Kamasakum Cape Cod Bay, Massachusetts, and the Bornstone, which, as I said, is an ancient legal document dating back to about 500 BCE. And this gets into, again, the whole land title issue. Now, what's very interesting about that is also as to how we've been conditioned or trained to see things, is we think of these ancient monoliths, pyramids, and things like that as artifacts, which is a popularized term that's used by so-called archaeologists, grave robbers, whatever you want to call them. But these things are actually legal documents and should be used in every and all instances concerning so-called claims to land. And I say so-called claims because claim is actually a legal term. But in terms of asserting rights, birthright inherited rights to the land, these particular monoliths, structures, etc., should be used as legal documents because, in fact, they are.
Yo, I've never heard of the. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. As much as I've been studying, hold on.
Or trained to.
I just gotta put it back up there. The Bornstone, a legal document. That's heavy, man. Y'all, let's go do the research. You know, I bring up a lot of the Moorish stuff. Some of the stuff I don't agree with. I don't know everything. I have studied for a while. So, you know, we can learn together and we can build together, you know? So check that out. That's heavy. That's heavy. All right, let's get into this next one. Let's get into this next one, y'all.
War was written 5,000 years ago. We're
the
old
European.
school.
So you would be a Moor, which came from the Greeks Maur, and of course we adopted that name Moor. It was a descriptive adjective. It was not who we were. That's why it was always qualified with, say, Obayid Moor or the Chickasaw Moor. Okay? We were robbed of our definition of who we were, which is our nationality and our tribe. And we fell into the description of what we were from.
All right, man. You know, they be getting into it. You know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Let me go back real quick. I'm just going to put it back on the screen. Let's put it back on the screen. If I can get it back. Let me see.
We were always qualified.
All right, look. So the term Moor has been the descriptive. They saying it's on a hieroglyph. Now, this has been controversial. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like I said, I'm just bringing the Moorish paradigm to the people to decipher. Everything that's being spoke of has to be looked at and understood. So let's do the science and the math on it. Like I said, I've heard these things before. I understand that more. The bird on the glyph of the bird is supposed to be MR. You know, so what y'all think of that? Let me know. Let's keep on getting into it. Now this video is a little bit longer. I think we've watched this video. These brothers be dropping dimes on everything. But let's see what they talk about on this one. I don't think this is the same video we watched before.
I have up here. This is Public Law 856. The more you know about this, you can look it up, right? When we go look up Public Law 856, Chapter 807, page 773 through 774, codified in U.S. Code 22 U.S.C. 141 through 143, or you can look at Statute 8 Stat 484 34 Stat 2905, right? Reference point. Okay, what is this about? Okay. And as you can see, I got the AA 222141 that's connected to the Department of Justice. that says Moorish subjects come under civil and criminal jurisdiction of the United States and the several Union states. All the Moors who keep using AA 222141, that's about the Department of Justice, and the feds have jurisdiction over you. You see that? That's what that's connected to. That's the Moors got to understand. You are recognizing their civil and criminal jurisdiction over you every time you use AA 222141. The Moors need to know that. Okay, let's get back to the point. Right here, we're going to start at the top. We're going to read down. We're going to find out the party names, right? Who's the United States calling a protege? Okay, from the top, Brother Drake.
Approving the relinquishments of the consular jurisdiction of the United States in Morocco. Whereas the laws of the United States invest the ministers and consuls of the United States in certain countries, including Morocco, with judicial authority so far as the exercise of the same is allowed by treaty with such countries and in accordance with usage in such countries. And whereas the consuls of the United States in Morocco are permitted to exercise jurisdiction over American nationals under the treaty between the United States and Morocco signed September 16, 1836, and the Act of Algeciras signed April 7, 1906, and the exercise by custom and usage the same jurisdiction over subjects of Morocco or others who may be designated as proteges under the Convention of Madrid signed July 3, 1880, and.
All right, so who are the parties of the treaties? It's talking about subjects, right? So you got subjects, right? What type of subjects? Well, subjects of Morocco. That's the Moorish subjects, right? The Moorish subjects of Morocco, right? But they also call them what? What else do they call them? They call them proteges. Proteges, right?
Check.
So the United States of America is invoking treaties to say they have jurisdiction, right? Jurisdiction over proteges, and they got jurisdiction over who? Subjects of Morocco. You see that? So instead of saying subjects of Morocco or Moorish subjects, they just gonna keep saying protege, 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 because they don't want to say more out loud in the case, because they know the case is gonna become what? Public. So we keep using codified language that nobody knows who the heck is these proteges you're talking about, because they know people don't read. You see? This is what Moors got to understand. So what else about the word subject? Okay, what about subjects of Morocco? Okay, for point of interest, now you go over to what? This is the United States of America and the United States Constitution, right? Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1 talks about who? Subjects. Subjects. Citizens or subjects. You see that? And the subjects of who? Proteges. The subjects of who? More subjects. This is in the United States Constitution, Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1, that your Moorish master teachers ain't told you about. They ain't told you about this word subject. That's who the Moors are. That was Dred Scott, right? Dred Scott was not what? A citizen. That's why he was plaintiff in error. He couldn't bring a suit to the Supreme Court. Because he was what? A subject. But subjects are what? Moroccans in Morocco. You see? Listen. So the dispute is between who? Between Article 3, Section 2, Clause 1, the United States come on their domestic constitution. They don't have nothing to do with it. Between citizens or subjects. Contentious disputes between citizens or subjects. And the subjects have a right to do what? Petition what? Consular court. But they didn't want to tell Dred Scott that he's Moroccan, because then he would have the right to petition consular court because he was an American. So he couldn't use an American court, you see? Got to catch what's happening.
Man, hey, brother was dropping it. I mean, you know, as coming in as Moorish Americans, you know, brothers, all of us who know about our Moorish heritage, I mean, they really ain't talking about it like that. You know, Moorish Science Temple, no disrespect, haven't really broken that down like that. I don't know a lot of Moors is breaking that part down like that. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Hopefully we can discuss questions and whatnot after the videos, right? But that was heavy. That was heavy. Y'all gonna have to watch that again. Play back that again. You know what I'm saying? So all right, let's keep it going, y'all. Please subscribe. I'm not gonna keep begging y'all, but subscribe and please like the video. That's all I'm saying to you. All right, let's go.
Land patents. What you need to know about the land patents. This is kind of like a part 1 or a part 2 of this book. You see, property. All right, but let's go into this. Unappropriate lands equals lands not patented. All right, y'all do the reading. Y'all know what to do. Stop it, freeze it, read it on your own. But look at the state has no authority over the land rights and titles held by the United States. So the foreign states, remember, every state is a foreign land, is a foreign country. It's just like in Africa. They got Nigeria, Kenya, Egypt, Mombasa, Negra, all those type of countries is the same thing as New York, Texas, Ohio, Florida. Same thing, except we call our states over here. But in legal forms, they are called foreign. They are foreign to the United States corporation because they have their own laws. So the state has no authority over the lands, rights, and title held by the United States. So the United States hold the land rights, but we're going to see here, all rights and titles to the unappropriate lands was held to the disposition of the United States the United States government to be granted, not sold. Now look how the United States is in small letters, not capitals. So this is how land comes to the people. In enabling acts, each state republic, you see this says, each state republic. Each state was a republic, y'all, not a democracy. So the each state has its own each state republic agreed and declared they will give up all rights and titles to land. The state has no authority over the land except what? Texas. Texas didn't give up that right. That's why they still a republic, which never gave up their land rights. The state still have its own patent office outside of the U.S. It is still a free and independent sovereign state. Why y'all think a lot of people moving to Texas? Sovereign state. Why? Because it's a republic. The federal United States government became the trustees with the power of attorney over the disbursement of land to the people in all other states outside of Texas. Land patents are issued between sovereigns. All right. Deeds are executed by persons and private corporations. What does it say? Deeds are executed by persons and private corporations. You don't want a deed. You want the land patent. It's executed by persons and private corporations without the what? Sovereign powers. That's the case law that backs that up, y'all. So now let's look at the word persons. Okay. So we're going to go to Black's Law Dictionary. And let's go up under the word persons. Y'all see that's the 4th edition. We're going to get to the word persons. Here we go. A man considered according to the rank and holds in society, which all the rights to the place he holds entitled to, and the duties which is imposed. That's the case law on that. People versus our company, whatever the heck that is. But look at also the term, the word is in its natural and usual significance, but it does include women as well as men. All right. So when it says person, you know, a lot of people like to say person meaning an entity and all of that, but hey, there's the definition out of Black's Law Dictionary, y'all. The word is in its natural and usual significance includes women and women. I mean, women as well as men. Commonwealth versus Wilaskowski, whatever how you say that name. All right. So we go back to the whatchamacallit, and I'm gonna let y'all just read that because this is about to get to 5:30, and that's where I want to wrap it up. All right, enroll into the law class, the beginning law class, May, June, or July. I ain't set the dates yet, but save your money. It's coming.
Yo, check it out. All right, let's go to this next video. Y'all gonna have to rewind. That's a little study right there. But let's get to this next video. This one right here is, man, this one right here was a fascinating video to me.
Private entity.
Let me go back. Let's go back.
Your ministry trust is a private entity that governs the way you and your family conduct commercial business or conduct business commercially or interact with the public or private in that capacity. As a trustee, you are a representative similar to the president. You have the same capacity within your organization as a trustee. And it's broken down within like the bylaws and what governs your trust. But your trust is a private entity, has your own seal, your own flag, your own bylaws or constitution, similar to any other country or state or company or organization. So you're just conducting business in a private capacity, and you are that person. You don't need a representative to speak to for you. You are competent enough to handle your own affairs and that of your families. Whenever those people who don't have a trust established, or one that is essentially property of the state, they are electing to have the state be the approving authority of them, their family, or their whatever they are, whatever business they handle. Your ministry trust is a common law in this contract under God. The proven authority is the Most High, as in the government and these states are actually trusts as well, and other people are elected to have those representatives. The similar process to yours. It's just you, your co-trustee, and your family. And this is the contract in which y'all going to watch. This is the contract which is going to govern y'all and y'all activities. So everything that is public and private is separated through the contract in which y'all establish. So your faith organization, your unincorporated organization, your private ministerial association are all contracts that can't be legally can't be legally fucked with, because the highest law of the land is contract, and this contract between you and those who agree are on the same accord as you, your family, your members. This is y'all. This is how y'all stand on what y'all actually believe versus what the masses are saying or what these people are saying. It is you and your commitment with the Most High established this, and this is how you are to conduct your business with your family. And y'all agree, so y'all just move accordingly in alignment with the principles that govern y'all.
Yes. So, the brother is speaking a lot. If you guys need any help with understanding trust, let me put this number up here. I'm gonna put the number up here because he's right on what we doing. You know, like there we go. You know, dealing with religion. You know, he was talking about the ministry trust. Ministry deals with religion. Religion is protected by the First Amendment. That's a protection. When you have a trust is a form of protection. So with the combination of both, it really makes it a lot more difficult for outsiders to be able to penetrate what you're doing. So, you know, as organizations and things around the United States, that's what we need to really get to, you know, formulating trust and creating these institutions for our families in the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down with that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comments. All right. So let's go to the next one. This is the last one, but we're going to, last but not least, what y'all think about this? Y'all can see the title already. Y'all know.
If you know, you know family.
We held Antioch together. The clouds have gone because of decisions steps made. There were 40 herd animals when I left. Everything was stillborn. Everything because of decisions you made.
In the name of progress, this isn't even an argument. It's irrelevant.
Irrelevant. There are only adepts because of us. The adepts that are alive because of us. It was your names in the records, but it was never you. It was always our backs.
I trained you better than this.
I trained you. I finally got it through my thick skull. I trained you too well if you think you can survive without us.
Man, hey y'all, I don't know what movie that is, what movie that come from. I need to check it out. If anybody knows where that movie come from, please put it in the in the comment section so I can check it out. But I think a lot of what he's saying, you know, you know how they do in movies, man. You know, movies always tell us what's really going on. And, you know, when it comes to the Moors have always been taught that they carry the knowledge and information, and that the Europeans wind up learning later in time from the Moors, right? So, you know, it's also been said that Moors betrayed everybody because once they was defeated, they kind of sold everything out. So, you know, but how does that really play in everything now, and how does it relate to that video? You know, y'all put it in the description in the link. I mean, not in the link, but in the comments. Y'all put it in the comments and let me know what's going on. But yeah, that's what we got for today. I hope y'all get something out of that. Enjoy it. I'm gonna hit y'all with an ad, and then we'll be out of here.
Power in the melanin, she glows. Unified like Malcolm when we close. Pushing through the struggle, yeah, we chose. Solid as a rock, I love it grows. Speaking wisdom just like Dr. Umar knows. Dripping culture in our stance, it shows. On the front lines where that passion roars. Building empires, Kevin Samuels goals. Sitting at the table, he proposed. Melanated love, in America it flows.